Hi, I'm Dr. Druv, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is a channel not on medicine, but all the other aspects needed to live our medicine lives. Today, we're going to be talking about the Cashflow Quadrant. So what is the Cashflow Quadrant? It is essentially a concept developed by Robert Kiyosaki in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and it divides people into 4 categories based on how they generate their income. And this is really important to understand because it changes the way you think about how to earn your money. A lot of people talk about trading your time for money and trading your money for time. When I started this journey, I never understood what people meant. You essentially have to work to put food on the table, but that may not always be the case for certain people who think differently or outside the box. So in this case, Robert Kiyosaki designed this Cashflow Quadrant as he noted it, and in it essentially states you're on the right side or you're on the left side or you're on the right side. And essentially the left side is you're trading time for money. You essentially go to work, you spend 8 hours or do 40 hours a week, and you get compensated on an hourly basis. And the people in this category are mainly active income earners divided into an employee, which is the most common quadrant, and most of the people are located in this kind of section who work for someone else and receive a regular paycheck. And then a few individuals become self-employed, which is who open their own businesses and generate income through their own efforts rather than working for something else. But having said that, when the self-employed stops working, the income stops, which is the reason why they're on the left side of the quadrant, as it is active income trading time for money. Now, if you happen to move to the right side, this is where you can use concepts like leverage, you can use concepts of building a business or investing, where you essentially have passive income. And the two individuals on this side include business or business owner or corporation, which is a separate entity from yourself and includes people who own businesses that generate income without their direct involvement. They're essentially the businesses that are on cruise control. Now, an investor, as you all know, is people who invest their savings to generate cash flow. Now, there's different categories in that. One can create passive cash flow or one can create passive wealth accumulation, but essentially using stocks, real estate, other financial instruments to create that passive income or passive cash flow so you can live off of it. And so you can see that this is the passive income side or the right side. And the main way to think about this is, how do I work 8 hours a day and make $10,000 a month? That seems like something we can understand. But the people on the right side think about, how do I work 8 minutes a day and make $10,000 a month? And so while it seems absurd, essentially the way your mind is designed is that you work towards these goals that you have been set. You don't think of them whether they are realistic or unrealistic. So for example, if you were in the era where there were no planes, you would think it would be impossible to fly on a plane. So similar to that, the concept of money is, how do I earn money in 8 minutes that makes $10,000 a month? This is how people on the right side think. I'm not necessarily saying it's right, but it's more on the right side, and this is how they think. So why is this important? Well, we talked about this in the previous financial levels episode. Essentially, if you have passive income, you could take care of all the expenses and your responsibilities. You could fire, so to speak, financial independence, retire early, but it's not necessary to stop working. You have choices, essentially. You can financially independent work, optional category. It provides a framework for you to understand how to build wealth and achieve financial independence. As an employee, a physician may have stable income, but they don't have the opportunity to build significant wealth, and professions generally don't become wealthy. So by moving into the other categories, you can build passive income streams. And so how do you do this? Essentially, there's 1,000 ways you can do it. For a physician specifically, there's a few ways. You try to move from an employee to a self-employed category and leverage your skills, which is what most of us are. Or you can build a business, buying multiple clinics, or through angel investing, creating a product or a service that generates income. You can invest in real estate or other kind of investments that provide cash flow. But overall, the cash flow quadrant is an important concept for physicians to understand because it can help. Oh, and that's 5 minutes. So the cash flow quadrant is an important concept for physicians to understand because it can help them build wealth and achieve financial independence without having to worry that if they stop working, income does not come in. And so it's important to transition eventually from the left to the right side, but I can assure you from my own experience that this is a difficult journey and it requires a lot of effort, mentors, and sacrifice, similar to getting into medical school. So hopefully this has been of tremendous value to you in a world filled with information, a few action items. If you'd like to follow the exact frameworks used by affluent physicians to take back control of their time and money, then check out the link in the description below. I make these videos because my mission is to help 10,000 physicians fight burnout across this world, because I wish someone was there holding my hand during this wealth building journey. Come and join my free community of like-minded physicians with resources like cheat sheets and calculators and everything in between. And hopefully this can help you live the medicine, the dreams that you had when you got into medicine. And so on that note, thank you for listening. Thank you for doing what you're doing. I'll see you in the next episode.